We are off the northern tip of Brazil, and out there in the ocean is a drill ship. Petrobras, Brazil's state-owned oil company, is drilling a first exploratory well for oil. They haven't extracted any oil yet. They're measuring the reserves. It's estimated that along this Amazonian coast, the reserves could yield 30 billion barrels of oil. And it's attracted not just Petrobras, but oil majors like Chevron, but also ExxonMobil and a Chinese consortium. After 10 years of trying, Petrobras got approval from the Brazilian government to finally drill on the eve of COP30, hosted by Brazil in Belém, promoting Brazil's green credentials, highlighting the Amazon, but with delegates now greeted by a protest message, COP30, welcome to the end of the Amazon free of oil.
It's very problematic. Brazil is a big oil producer. We are number 8 in the world, but the government had to take a decision to increase this production in the middle of the climate crisis.
The fight between climate politics and oil ambition is playing out in Oiapoque, and that's why we traveled here. Starting our journey in Macapá, on the mighty Amazon River. Then driving 7 hours north, past swaths of cleared land and occasional fires burning away vegetation. The only highway north ends in wooden bridges and a dirt road. Oiapoque, rising from the river, lies in one of the most disadvantaged regions of Brazil. An oil bonanza could help reduce poverty. That's the government's promise. Boat driver Cleigenia Ribeiro tells us drilling for oil could lift all boats. How will it help you and your business? More people will come from different places, like workers, and sometimes we work with them on different services. Betting on black gold, new retail buildings and hotels are going up. In the riverfront kiosks, shop owner Marlena Cardozo is convinced the oil drilling will bring prosperity, not risks. Do you worry, have any concerns about something happening to the environment because of the oil drilling?
I
don't think so, because from the studies they're doing, I believe if it happens, they have the capacity to quickly take care of the losses. Petrobras is a point of pride for many Brazilians, more than just an oil company. It says it's met all the environmental tests and simulation drills required by the government to get the exploration license. To help win approval, it even built a new wildlife hospital for marine mammals, reptiles, and birds in Oiapoque. But 20 minutes outside town, indigenous communities along the Curupi River are appalled, says Chief Wagner Carapuna, who met us in Manga, a hub of river traffic between tribes. The government says it will bring jobs for all people, including indigenous people.
No, eu não acredito nisso.
I don't believe that. You need to have higher education to work for Petrobras, and we indigenous people don't have that. The government is deluding us with false promises.
Falsa promessa.
The Carapuna is the largest tribe in this area. The chief takes us upriver to show us part of their land, the Amazon forest and waterways, which he worries could be vulnerable from extracting oil. If it were to cause a leak, water has no border, he says. Then it will contaminate our river, our fish, the birds. Everything will suffer.
Os pássaros tudo vão sofrer.
When we visited, over 60 tribal representatives were gathered, urging a formal meeting with Petrobras. Stephanie Furtado works with indigenous peoples in the region.
Eles querem ser consultados e respeitados.
They want to be consulted and respected, she says, part of the process, and some are very wary of speaking out.
Então,
Those against it are suffering from threats from the political class and from people who are in favor. I myself have suffered from some of those
a
threats.
favor.
Petrobras is the first to drill in Block 59, but last June, in the Foz do Amazonas Basin, Brazil awarded oil companies 19 more oil blocks. Environmental groups tried to stop the new auction of oil blocks last summer. They worry future exploration could come even closer to the Amazon River.
It's really a fragile region, and they will have problems with this kind of exploitation because even they don't have accidents, the oil production always generates a kind of permanent pollution, a silent pollution.
Out at the small Oiapoque airport, the drilling is fueling expansion, says the local manager, Romea Costa. We all hope that the oil will be there, so it will develop the city. Twice a day now, workers fly in from points south to transit for shifts on the drill ship operating offshore. From here, these workers will take a helicopter out to the drilling platform 170 kilometers off the coast. This is just the beginning. There are plans to expand and rebuild this airport as Oiapoque stands to become a bigger part of Brazil's new oil frontier. Wagner Fernandez works for Petrobras and represents the Union of Oil Workers. 10 years of research, he says, has finally paid off.
Então, para nós, é o momento.
For us, it's the moment of coronation, our victory for our work and our responsibility to the country and the environment. Are you assured, do you feel there won't be any damage to the environment from this new frontier of oil?
Toda ação humana.
Every human action poses a risk to the environment, he says. But we at Petrobras, we oil workers, have the best possible containment and leak group in Latin America. At COP30 in Belém, Brazil's president is not touting the new oil frontier or his country's record oil production. In fact, publicly, he's urging the world gets off its oil dependence.
Brazil is not afraid to discuss energy transition.
But his critics will remind him of his contradiction to protect the Amazon and explore for oil off its coast.